Hi, welcome to my first podcast. I'm Jazzy, and this is Jadija Podcast. And if you're wondering what is Jadija, Jadi means exist or become. Je means just. So Jadija is actually a Malay word for just be. And this is the name of my app actually. And I've been building it like for about a few weeks. This is the story of how I come up to that app. About the same time last year, I was at my low point, and I really don't know why are we here, because at that time I was so exhausted and I don't have any reason. I don't see any point of good reason to live. Okay, and strangely, I actually just manifested a house, a financial miracle, and the dog that I wanted. Before that, I was homeless and a miracle happened, but I was still feel down. Okay, because I feel exhausted and I said, okay, is this gonna be another cycle? It was okay, and then going to go bad again, and then so I felt exhausted. I feel that there's no point of doing anything. And when that happened, I was just, searching online. I searched on YouTube. I said, what's the point of living? I feel there's no good reason to live. And the first thing that YouTube gave is like a message that, oh, you should call this certain line. I think it's to the suicidal prevention line. Then I closed that. And then the top videos was a lecture from Alan Watts called Life Has No Purpose. So I watched that video and suddenly it clicks on me because I learned that as a spiritual being, we exist. Since we exist, we are eternal. So we are infinite being. There's no end. So the if you want to look it as a purpose, actually a purpose for this life, right? It's just to enjoy life. And Alan Watts said that life is not a journey. Don't look at it as a journey where you need to go from point A to point B, or there's always a destination that you need to go to. And I believe that's what makes us exhausted, because when you reach one destination, there's always place that, oh, then I need to go to another place, right? You don't feel that if you settle, you feel like, oh, you are a loser, you are just settling in. But the thing is, we need to look at life as music, because when you play music, the point is the playing, right? You listen to the music, you play a music instrument like a guitar. The point is that playing, not to reach a certain chord or a certain place. When you like dancing, for example, when you dance, it's the dancing. It's not that, oh, I need to go as fast as possible to end that dance. No, right? So that what we need to see life as something that we enjoy at the moment. And a lot of spiritual teachers talk about it. Be present. Your power is now. So that is the thing. But it didn't click me when they say the power is now, be present. But when Alan Watts said that you need to treat life as music, because that's another thing that when we look at why do we, most of us connect to music, right? Because I think music is just a foundation. We are all vibrational beings, and music, you follow the rhythm. And the problem with society, with us, is we try to be, play a rhythm of someone else. Someone else said, okay, you need to play like this. So that's why we are depressed, because that is not our music. And another thing that relate to me is not just music. Our life is like a movie. And of course, Bashar also say this, right? You you look at life as these movies, and there are different channels, different movies that already exists. And if you don't like the movie that you're watching now, you can just, you know, watch another movies. And in order to do that, you just need to match your frequency to that music. To that movies. So you play the role. Your self concept is a match with the version of yourself in another movie, right? That's really resonate with me and align with my beliefs and what I've been through all my life. And as an industrial engineer, I believe that is not a coincidence because when I was young, I always want to be an inspirational speaker, but somehow I end up being an industrial engineer. And only recently I realized that since it's not everything happened for a reason, it's not a coincidence. There must be a reason why I became an industrial engineer. And I found out that it is due to since I like self improvement, right? All this improvement, growth. Industrial engineer is someone who make things better, look at something that already exists and improve it. I look at all these manifestation techniques, right? I seen online and I read in books, but none of them really resonate with me. I find that they are honestly boring for me. I know it works for a lot of people, but for me, it doesn't work consistently, because I cannot do it consistently. They are not really aligned with me. It's not enjoyable, it's not entertaining to me. And so I decided to think about my childhood. What do I like to do from then until now? And singing, dancing. And I also realized that whenever I sing and dance, the manifestation came to me faster. When I look at this, I said, okay, so I I see the sign that I need to implement whatever I've gone through. I learned not just about manifestation, but my knowledge from industrial engineering. So I look at that and I decided to create this app that I call Jadija. And this app is a stage for everyone who wants to manifest their dream life or to become the person that they see themselves as, to practice being that person in a community, in a place where it is safe. And I'm going to share what are the things, the features of this app soon. But the main thing of this app is to help you embody the life, the person that you want to be. And I did that thing for 1 month. 1 month ago, I didn't know anything about AI or about creating apps, but just in 1 month, I created two apps. One is my website, an app where I combine email marketing, or where you collect the email and send bulk email to your subscriber. I did that. So now instead of I paying the hosting, my website and also email marketing, I create an app that have both of that. And I'm going to add to my website where people can sign in and watch my videos, like a community. And I'm going to show that. So thank you for listening to my first podcast. And this is actually what my training to improve my bottleneck, which is communication, which is my speaking skill. So this is the first one. So that I'm just going to document it on my website for me to see my improvement or the difference when I first started, and maybe after 100 sessions, we see how it looks like.